gone ahead and pinned around the entire edge of the pot holder. Notice how I have one pin in each of the corners, one in each of the middles of the seams, and then I have two pins halfway between the middle pin and each of the edge pins. So to leave the opening, what we are going to do is we are going to pick a side. I'm going to pick, we're going to go with this side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this center pin. I'm going to move this pin right over to the left-hand side of the opening, and I'm going to create an X. An X, this is different than how we normally pin. This X, when you get to it, when you're sewing, you're going to think, that's weird, I gotta stop. Also, an X could also mean stop. So when you get to this and you're sewing, you are going to know to stop. You are going to start sewing here. However, that's a pretty big opening, so I'm going to move it over. If you want to leave it that big, that's totally okay. I just don't want to, so I'm going to move it over so that it's about a 3-inch opening. Then I'm going to start here at this pin I just moved. This time, we are going to be starting sewing in the middle of a seam, which is a little bit different than what we have been doing. So, let's see, we're going to get this set up. I'm going to pull out my pin and remember where it was located. I'm going to move my fabric and I'm going to sew around this at 4/8. I'm going to put my presser foot down, put my needle down, and I'm going to start sewing. It's really important when I sew here that I backstitch because we are starting sewing in the middle of a seam, and if we don't backstitch, there's a higher chance that our sewing would come undone with time. So we're going to start sewing. Oops, got a little bit off. Oh no! I forgot one crucial step, and it's a good thing I did so that I can warn you about this as well. My machine is still set on basting. I need it to be set on normal sewing again. So I'm going to put it back to 2.2. Waverly students, you want 2.5. And what we're going to do is we are just going to backstitch all the way to where we started. However, like if you were sewing correctly, you would just have to about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. However, I just want to make sure mine will stay. So just going to backstitch over it, and then we're going to sew forward. If you accidentally baste the whole entire thing, that's okay. You'll just re-sew it. You don't need to rip it out. It'll just be extra secure, but that smaller stitch helps to make it so that it is secure. Okay, once again, I'm going to sew around this whole thing, and when I get to my X, I'm going to stop sewing and backstitch. I'll demo this in the next video.